Now can we have the leader of the opposition? You have 7 minutes to present.
Okay. Now, Mr. Speaker, now we have a government that can paint a very ideal picture of what or how they want UK people of UK want it to be. Now, first of all, they come in and tell us that that because of the fact that 1/4 of the population is obese, and because of the fact that it's due to the current economic situation where people spend a lot of time at work and spend little time exercising, and also due to fast food as well. Now the thing is that the question we want to point out is that yes, we all know that 1/4 of the people is obesity, and if the government were to pay every single people of this 1/4 who are obese, where is the money going to come from? Which they have not really told us where the money can come from. Now we assume that this money is going to come from the taxpayer money. Now now, Mr. Speaker, put yourself in the shoe of the taxpayer. Will you be willing to pay your money to the government, which will in a way the money will actually be passed on to these people who are actually in a way enticed to lose their weight, which isn't what we are trying to put forth today. Now, second of all, they come up with a very funny policy about telling us that that we are going to make these people come for a weekend or probably a routine checkup to check on their BMI, and on their progress they'll be in effect awarded according to their performance. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now this is where they should come in the first place, because right now they fail to come and tell us that whether or not are they put in are they going to give these patients, or rather these people who are obese, a certain limit amount of lifestyle time spent to make sure that they fall within the healthy life range. Because of the fact, without this limit, there will be a case of abuse, which I will actually talk about my substantive later. Now, third of all, now they come and tell us that that since UK being the nanny state should actually do extra step forward, but actually providing money to these people to actually in some way hopefully try to entice them to actually lose weight, which come to this issue on the fact that, because in my POI I pointed to the fact that since they make this policy optional to people, which means that people may not actually go to this government to actually record themselves with the government to say that, hey, I'm obese and therefore I need help and therefore I need your money, hopefully that I will lose my weight. Because of the fact that since these people do not go to this government for help, now the government is not actually doing anything much to help. It's not actually doing much to solve the whole idea of obesity. Now, if these people who are willing to lose weight will go to the government for help, fine. But what happened to these people who are not willing to go? Now, this is where the issue comes in the first place. Now, having done with the
Sir.
Yes, sir. I'll take one. Yes.
So are you saying that you're going to use the government to force all the obese people in UK to adopt a healthy lifestyle?
Now, we are not saying that we should not force, because we never in effect agreed to your policy. What we are trying to say that it is a personal choice of lifestyle. If you want to stay fat, by go with it, but not what we are trying to put forward. Because right now the government is trying to tell us that, look, we are trying to solve obesity, but right now we are trying to encourage people by giving them money. But the thing is that they're not doing anything problem. They're not trying to solve the problem at all.
Shame.
Now, moving on to my case, I as a first girl will be talking about how the very fact that it is the people's responsibility, not the burden of the country, to provide free health, fully health check on these people. And I also talk about how the diet actually undermines the whole idea of responsibility. And my third figure will be talking about how does it actually not solve the whole idea of the problem. Now, moving on to my first point, which is on the first point. Now, Mr. Speaker, now we all on our side we try to put forth to you that your body is your own. Whatever you want to do with whatever you want to do with your body is your own problem. It is not the government job to actually come and tell you that you need to lose weight. Therefore, I'm giving you extra incentive to hopefully to actually help you to lose weight. So as such, what we said is in fact a personal choice. In fact, if this is your choice to lose weight, by all means go ahead. And as such, I also put forth to you the very fact that why Britain cannot be a taxpayer nanny state, because of the very fact that the resources need to pump to this 1/4 of the population, where they say they're going to pay them £50 to £100, Mr. Speaker. £50 to £100 for this 1/4 of this population is not a small amount of money. And besides, we are going to say that with the current economic situation, it's going to burden Britain, UK furthermore, because of the fact that they are already providing free healthcare, free schooling, free incentives for people who are retired. These incentives alone already in a way burden UK alone. We cannot allow UK to be further burdened by actually giving money to these people who may actually abuse this system, which actually brings me to the whole point of abuse. Because the very fact that since they have not really gave us of the fact that that there will be a limit of these people have to undergo to actually actually transform their body. But right now what we see is that the problem of the fact that these people may see this policy easy way to get the money out of this government, because of the very fact I can just simply admit myself to this hospital, enlist myself and just get a weekly $50 or probably the minimum number of money, since I'm not progressing much. Now what we see is that as such, it may lead to abuse whereby people will just rely too much on the government for this free money and not do anything about their own body. And also on the third point, we also it drives me to a point about how does it undermine the whole idea of responsibility. Because right now what I put forth to you is that responsibility in this case, keeping a healthy lifestyle is a whole it is your responsibility to actually maintain your own body. It is not someone else to actually tell you that or rather feed you with a piece of carrot in front of you, saying that if you want to if you keep this money, keep this carrot, I will actually help you to transfer your body, which isn't the case what we want to send a message to Britain or UK. Because right now, what the opposition is trying to put forth to you is that if you want a healthy body, you have to work it your own way, not others people help, or rather not putting other people, not putting your burden on other people, which is in this case the whole country of UK. So as such, ladies and gentlemen, what have I shown today? We can say that that the whole idea of paying people to actually lose weight is not feasible, because of the fact of a huge burden on the resources, and also it also undermines the whole idea of responsibility and also it is a form of personal choice in this case. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we are very proud to oppose. Thank you.
Good.